Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the AFL Finals Fend Off podcast. I'm Sam Jones, and I'm joined in a room filled with heroes today. We have Andrew Edward Carter and Nick Van Niel. What is going on, boys?
Enjoying the sunshine.
It's beautiful at the moment.
You know, finals around the corner when it's getting sunny.
The birds are out. The flower, the daisies are popping. The daisies are popping. The pollen's in the air and people are getting sick
that's
as
what
well.
I love, yeah.
Well, do you reckon any of the footballers will get maybe hay fever and stuff and may have to pull out this week?
No.
No, that would be a big out.
Just load up on
Clarendon.
that's
How fast?
Zyrtec. Unless there's a virus, but that's what I would do. Anyway.
What an interesting round of football we've got coming. We've got the finals. It's been 2 weeks. How do we feel about the bye?
It's alright.
They got to do something with it.
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do, Nick?
AFL women's final.
Yeah.
So wait, you reckon the AFL women should just play the whole year as well? No one would go to the games though.
I don't know if they should do a full 23-week season just yet. Maybe start somewhere in mid-year. It's hard to do, but I reckon they've got to try and find a way.
But do they have...
Fans
won't go though.
Why don't they play start of the year, like their normal home and away season?
Yeah.
And then they
wait.
have a 3-month break.
Just wait
4 month
3 months.
And they build up to their final series.
People will forget.
How many people are in the final series for AFLW?
I think it's 4.
They do 4 at the moment.
No, 2. It's
4
just straight into... Oh no, is it 4 or is it straight
I
into the
thought
grand
they had
final?
a set.
No, straight into the grand final.
Straight in.
It's been that long, and let's be
fine.
real, they've probably changed it completely since the start of the year anyway.
They
They've got no idea what they're doing.
Well, they need an expansion team, and maybe Hobart might be up for it, you know?
Nick
Riot wants a Hobart team, so maybe bring in a
that's right,
women's
yeah.
team, you know? Why not bring in a women's team in Hobart?
That's what
Well, the
Jack
Tasmanian
Tasmanian asking for.
Whatever you
So
want.
does that mean if they made a Tasmanian team, the Jack Rewalt would go to that team?
I'm getting down.
If he's so
I'm
keen
getting
for
down
it.
there.
No, it's Nick Rewalt, not
No,
Jack.
Jack wants it.
Both want them.
Both of them.
Both.
They're both Tassie boys.
Why not bring Nick down there? Why not have Nick as your full forward? You know, Nick could still play. He's better
Probably
than...
could. He's probably still in pretty good nick.
I reckon
He'd
he'd
die after a few years.
I reckon, but just keep him in the full forward line, like in the goal square. He'd be right, Nick. He'd be right. Just keep him there.
So
And it's not like it's going to be going down there for the first few years anyway.
there's a lot of people getting on board the World Cup now. I've heard a lot of people talking about it.
Nah.
Well, that's because of the bye.
It's because of Hutch.
Yeah.
And the bye, because there's no footy last week, people were, we need football. But
What about the Battle of the Wooden Spoon?
wouldn't that be great?
And you have
Gold Coast?
17 play 18.
Or who do you think? Gold Coast versus Melbourne at the G.
Do they have to have
the
their
G? You know.
Do they have to have their Mad Monday before that game as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They have to have
reckon,
the Mad Monday and then play on the
play. Yeah.
No, because
They have
that's
to rock up in their costumes.
That's a real.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you could
to play
have.
in their
Why not?
costume.
You could have first versus second. Oh, sorry, 17th versus 18th, and then you put on the line number 1 and number 2 draft picks. So whoever wins
Gets both.
Gets both.
Nah. The Suns are getting both anyway, so.
Future.
Well, what about Melbourne versus Gold Coast?
Yeah,
Maybe
Melbourne
a
versus-
barn burner.
at
That'd be
the
interesting.
at the G, and you know where?
The
Actually,
G.
well,
No,
okay,
neutral
you can
ground.
play it at Amy Park, which is where they play the EJ Witten Legends game on
God.
Saturday. Nick, did you watch any of the EJ Witten Legends
I
game?
came home and I think it was the 4th quarter, and I just can't do that. AFLX format.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's just like keeps going. It's like, oh, we're off again. It's like, oh,
They
okay.
do you know what the score was? Like 275.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. When I turned up, they were both on 200 points and going,
How did they draw?
Are you for
they,
real?
they went to the kick out.
Yes, they had
oh,
a
it was the
shootout.
most contrived thing
Of
I've
course
ever
it was.
seen.
Of course it was.
Again.
They did it on purpose, I reckon. They made it so.
But it must be easier for the old blokes to play.
Well, they don't chase. They don't
Weren't
run.
that old.
Weren't they?
Yeah, the oldest one was. There were a few great ones.
Wasn't
Andrew McLeod was there,
Wayne Carey was
and
playing.
he's pretty old, and he was fitter
He's
than
fit.
all of them.
Yeah.
Stephen Milne was there, and he's put on a bit of weight since
Has
his
he
last
really?
game. Yeah, Stephen Milne. Yeah.
Andrew Cracker has as well.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And Richo missed the
Scott
shot.
Cummings.
Richo. Oh, Scott Cummings was
Yeah,
there as
he
well.
plays every fucking year.
He looks like a barrel on legs.
Yeah, exactly. So the format suits him.
Pretty much.
They had
Doesn't have to
but
go very
they
far.
so they played on a soccer field, and they had less players as well. was pretty stupid. I found it. It was just pointless.
AFL.
They got to bring back like the celebrities and stuff as
Yeah,
well.
they really do.
You know,
Yeah,
They really do.
that's important. I think the celebrities will draw fans in there. You know,
Yeah.
When Channel 9 had it, it was good.
When they renovate Whitten Oval, they should play it there.
Whitten Oval.
Are they going to renovate it?
Probably.
I heard they're going to renovate it, try and play some home and away games there.
They should play games at
home
Optus
games.
at Carlton's ground. Carlton and Bulldogs. If they do that, they play some games. That'd be pretty fun. I'd go to those games.
Well, it's if the AFL are keen to go back to the suburban grounds.
I reckon they should. Marvel Stadium is pointless to play at if you've got 10,000 fans, 15,000 fans.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, play them at suburban grounds. And how good would that be for the local economy? I'm thinking about like the small businesses.
Yeah, but fuck. I was, because Laura's parents live in Footscray right near Whitten Oval.
Yeah.
And if they had a game there.
Oh, the traffic would be horrendous.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck,
The
man.
traffic would be bad.
And I mean, how many people are you going to, like, when they do renovate it, how many seats is it going to be?
Did you ever go to Wakeley Park?
Yeah, I went once.
Did you really?
The traffic out there.
Did you really?
Yeah, once on
What? Is that it?
Yeah, just
Like,
once.
stacks of
I
time.
might be on there
I've
more,
never
but-
been to Waverley. Never been to
I
Waverley.
remember, my memory of it was that it was awesome.
Was it really wide?
Just
I don't
felt,
remember
I was a
that.
kid, so it felt huge.
Mm.
But I don't know whether it was or not. You can still, it's still there, isn't it? It's
No,
still
it's-
No,
changed
there's one grandstand left, and they're just.
But you can
Oh.
see it when you drive on the freeway. You can see it, not the freeway.
When you get a chance, look at the satellite of that spot.
And
There's just
Have they put apartments
surrounded.
around?
it's just a big estate.
Yeah, right, okay. Do Hawthorn still train up
I think
Waverley?
they do.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I saw Brendan Bolton and Alistair Clarkson at the Werribee versus
the romance again.
yeah, Werribee versus Box Hill at the VFL final on the Sunday. Brendan Bolton now is the director of coaching. He was just giving Clarko some tips about
Yeah,
how to
directing
coach
him.
and stuff. You
Telling
know,
him where to stand.
just
And
make,
where he's hot dog.
make sure you look over.
No
you
more
look over
running
there.
around in your jocks when it's
Did it all?
minus 3 degrees.
With them two standing together, did they almost look like a full person? Little nuggets.
I must say though, Brendan Bolton is super small though. In person, he is very, very
It
small.
was tiny on TV.
He's short.
Little nugget man.
And Clarkson's actually quite short as well. He's
Yeah,
shorter
yeah.
than
He's a
Messi.
stocky.
Yeah. And Jeff
Individual.
Kennett was there as well, but he wasn't.
What's he, 6'5"?
Well, he was
He looks tall.
he was standing on the top of the hill with his arms crossed and stuff. He wasn't next to those two. He was thinking, I'm not standing next to these two muppets. I'm going to stand by myself.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's what he
too
was
too
doing.
serious.
He wants
Yeah.
to sack him.
But Jeff's only going to be there for next year, and then he's out as president after that. He said he wants to be there. I think he's staying, but he's out.
Well, they only brought him back
Good
because they had to.
I do miss
He
Jeff.
added a bit of colour.
He should be the Prime Minister again.
He wasn't the other
Premier.
Will become the Prime Minister and the Premier. He should do 2 roles. He would be alright. He could do both.
The Prime Premier.
He should be President of Hawthorn, AFL CEO, Prime Minister,
Let's
and,
see.
and
Imagine him
Premier.
reading the votes.
Put him in. He'd be alright, Jeff Kennett. He'd be good.
No.
You wouldn't pronounce any of the names, right?
Nah.
It'd be amazing.
Oh. So let's go through some of the. The AFL brought out a new thing.
The Ark.
The Ark.
Ark.
What a name! It's called the. What's it called?
The
The
AFL Review
notorious
Centre.
ARC.
Is it the AFL Review Centre? I think that's what it is.
Have you seen it?
is. No.
I was telling Sam before that it looks like an Xbox gamer's dungeon. the seats that they've
They
got.
got the gaming shit.
They got the gaming. They look like the gaming seats.
It looks so
They
lit up.
need the speakers on the
I'll
side.
see it.
No,
Yeah.
it's, mate, they've got everything. They've got computers. It's so cool. It's decked out really well. I don't think you'd rather be anywhere else than the Ark, I reckon, on a game day because you've got so many angles. They could just they should have reclining seats. They should have some popcorn and stuff. Literally, they should have pretty much everything.
Maybe
This
this
is
is
a-
apply.
so-
Part of it.
So with the Ark is supposed to be the NRL version or the AFL version of the NRL.
They go on, Sam.
You know, they got the bunker in the NRL, so this is meant to be the version of that in the AFL system.
Right.
And they're going to have 4 people on game day.
Right.
Yeah.
4 people, the same 4 people in the Ark, and they'll be reviewing all the calls and stuff.
So are they going to review multiple games?
Yeah, so it's all at once, Nick. These are professionals, and they brought these professionals.
It's going to be interesting on Saturday night, but anyway.
What?
So it's
2
just
games at
one.
the same time.
Oh no, they're different times, mate. One's at 7, one's at 4.
So is this set up
Not
in
Saturday
one?
night.
Yes,
so this,
they are.
No, there's like 5 games on Saturday.
There's only 4 games on Saturday. Oh, you're saying next year? Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they can do it. Did you see all those computers there?
Is it a good idea to start it now?
No, start it next year.
I know.
I don't understand why they're bringing it out now. They did too.
Don't wait for the final.
This is the AFL.
Yeah, but imagine if it fucks up.
Yeah, this is the AFL. This is how retarded the AFL is, okay? The AFL do 2 case studies. They do 2 games throughout the whole year. They're like, okay, we do it for 1 game, they'll do it for another game. Okay, it's perfect, let's put it out there. That's all they do. They don't do any testing. They just do one time off, and then they think, oh, it's perfect, let's just put it out there. Without any sort of actual evidence. Why not just, why don't you just sit behind the scenes, practice it in the finals?
They're very reactionary.
They are.
Like the studs up rule.
Oh, yeah.
And they got rid of that so quickly. I'm with you
Social
on that.
media.
Thank you very much.
I always felt for the person that was under the ball.
It's not fair.
And then some muppet from behind just comes in and is like, I'm just going to kick you out of the way.
Did that happen to you once? Is that why you're really upset about it? You know,
No, it's just, I might have the soft spot for defenders, I'm sorry. Because I was one, maybe.
Were you a defender? Where'd you play? Fullback.
Fullback.
Were you fullback? Were you a good one-on-one, or were you
One-on-one.
Yeah. Did they get you on the lead?
They tended to get me on the lead. I was a bit lazy.
What was the
I don't
most?
exactly have the closing.
What was the most goals that you got conceded on?
Who did you play?
Probably only 3 or 4.
Did they
I
play?
never had bags get kicked on me.
Yeah. Were you a niggler? Did you like hit them over and stuff?
I was when I was a forward.
Depends who it was. I played on Marrick.
Marriage? You played on Marriage, did you?
Marrick.
Oh.
Not Ivan, the other one. The one that played for Greenbar. And he was supposed to be the gun, and I think I held him to 3 goals.
Oh, you're the man, Nick.
Usually kick. Well, you kicked like 6. Anyway, just stop.
Were you a captain? Were you a leadership in the leadership
I
group?
think it was Vice.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Boy,
Did you do? What was your pump up? Did you ever like pump the team up? Did you ever do like a motivational speech or something?
Don't remember.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to? Do you got like?
Can you imagine me doing
I was going to say.
and going to the club rooms and kicking them up?
You could. Could you imagine as well? Because you remember what I was like when I was 16.
Is what physically?
Absolutely,
or
the
you were
scrawniest
swing
little thing,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine that kid trying to pump up a team. It's not going to get very.
Come on, boys!
Come on, guys.
Yeah, it would have been more. I don't think I ever had the high pitch voice. I might have had the breaking voice.
No, you're the breaking voice for a little while.
What's the breaking
It's
voice?
funny.
Kieran never grew out of it, but anyway.
I can imagine Kieran being like a little terrier on the ground and stuff. You know, just like.
He never really played. He played a little bit for, I think.
He played for North Coburg.
Yeah.
I think maybe I played with him. I think I played. No, I played with him.
You played.
Anyway, this is
No, he was quick.
Well, that's it, Nick. I'm very impressed that you were the vice captain actually of your team.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I think that's pretty. I think
It
it's
doesn't
fine.
relate to anything.
Well, what are we going to move on to the AFL trades?
You said we were going to do this.
Let's do the trades.
Let's do
Let's
the
do
trades.
the trades.
Okay, so I've been scoping the interwebs, and
the trades.
Geelong are interested in Todd Goldstein.
Nah, you get give it to him. No,
You don't want him?
No, he's done.
He's a star.
Yeah, but we're not going to win a premiership with him. So
You're not going to win a premiership without him.
That's what I'm saying. We're kind of like in the middle of the sea without an oar. And we're in a boat. We're just
But
floating.
do you have a second ruckman that you need to get
Yeah,
time into?
Ben Brown. Because we'll get Nick Larkey into the forward line. We'll keep Ben Brown there.
Does Josh Jenkins?
And we'll bring in Josh Jenkins.
Throw Majak in there.
Yeah, Majak. Put Majak in there.
Majak had a baby.
I know. What is it? What's Majak's baby called?
I didn't get that far into it. I just saw the photo.
I wonder what they call him. Joel?
Just a name, mate? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
touching
Imagine.
this with it.
Yeah, I know, man. You're getting.
I wonder if Majak's son.
I don't like
big
when
muscles.
this
I wonder if he has as big muscles as Majak would. Jeez.
the kid. Or
The
you
kid.
want to have as big.
No, I want Majak's kid to have as big muscles.
Right now,
I reckon when he's
a
5.
week or two old.
When he's 5, he's gonna be jacked. I reckon.
I don't like where this is going.
I think
Tim-
Majak could go ruck and get rid of Goldstein. Yeah, that's a problem solved.
I don't think that's a good idea at all. I'd have Goldstein. I don't know why we're not talking to Goldstein. Why isn't Essendon talking to Goldstein? What the fuck is going on? Tim Kelly, so last week or earlier this, I think it was last
Well,
week.
Geelong want Goldstein.
That's what I said, Geelong.
And St Kilda want Goldstein as well.
St Kilda want any fucking ruck.
They want everyone. St Kilda want everyone.
They want Ryder.
What's the point of St Kilda going after
That
Goldstein?
makes no sense at all whatsoever. They've got a star ruckman.
How many years?
Who said Star Rockman?
They're ruckman.
Oh, they got
How many years
Marshall. I like Marshall, the St Kilda up in Marshall.
That
He's
might
actually
be
good.
who I'm referring
He's pretty
to.
good. I
How
like him.
many years does Toddy have left in
He's
his
32. He wants a 3-year contract. And
Yeah,
North only wants to give him 2 years. With an,
I wouldn't have thought more than
with an
two.
incentive if he plays a certain amount of games, he
Yeah.
can get a third.
Yeah, I think that's a fair contract.
He's 32. He's not getting any younger.
But he's not
well.
he's not looking like he's slowing down too much. He's had a great year this
Yeah,
year.
but it's not like he's a forward or anything. Though.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't damage you going forward and
Like
stuff.
no, but as in like the longevity of career.
Mm.
So
That's true.
last week or earlier this week, I think it was reported that Tim Kelly wanted to go to West Coast. He's come out and he said no decision's been made yet. So in other words, he's made a decision, but they're still in the finals. So
He only wants to go to West Coast. He doesn't want to go to Freo. That's the only thing.
But the better option for Geelong is to send him to Freo.
Yeah, of course.
They can get better for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think West Coast only have. I think they've got a pick 14 and a pick something or other in the 20s, the late 20s.
And also their
And they didn't
salary,
give up
and
both.
their salary cap's an issue as well
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they've got a lot of players on a lot of money. Why would they give? They can't afford to keep him or have him. It's
Yeah.
a big thing as well.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
mean,
definitely going.
well,
I think they'll find a way. To make
Geelong
it
are in a
happen.
good spot.
Yeah.
They're in a great spot. They can ask. Yeah, they can get anything.
They
they
could
want.
say we're only sending you to Freo, and or you have to stay here. That's pretty much all they have to do. I mean, they don't have to send them. Why would you send one of your best players, maybe Brown Miller's, to one of your competitors?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Depends on what they get.
Well, that's right.
But why Tim Kelly wants to go home so bad? What? Go to Freo.
Yeah, but Freo are horrible.
Yeah, but they don't.
But he wants to go home. He wants to. Him and his family to be living in.
Fife and Kelly in the middle though would help. Like if you had both of them, Fife and Tim Kelly in the middle.
Yeah.
that'd be good.
That's the other thing though. Like you don't really have a say. You want to go home. You got a way to go home. It's not for the club that you want to play for, but you get to play with Fife.
Fife's a good player.
That's a big draw card.
I'd play with five.
I'd play for one ball. Alrighty, let's move on. So
Moving
Matthew,
swiftly, though.
Hang on. Is this still trading? We're still talking trades here.
yeah.
Okay, so Sean Higgins might go to Geelong as well, and Jack Stephen might go to Geelong as well. So I think Jack Stephen's more likely to go.
Why
But
is everyone
Higgins,
going to Geelong?
but Higgins wants a 3-year deal, and North only want to give him 2.
So Geelong the new Hawthorn now. They're just getting everyone.
Can you imagine Geelong having Higgins? That would be pretty
He's a
awesome.
really good player, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. He's a great. He's a great. Imagine him in a side with good players like Geelong.
Yeah.
They'd be alright. If Higgins can move forward and kick goals as well.
Where have Geelong got all this room for all these players?
I don't know, man.
Where are they going? Who's going to have to drop out? Because they've already got a pretty good side.
Well, they're
They've got good young players. They're going to miss out on game time.
so
But I do like
it's gonna
Jack
be for
Stephen.
trades though. But the issue they have is I think I heard it on the couch that they haven't had a round 1 pick in the last 3 years.
So they can't.
They're not allowed to
trade
trade out
their first round pick.
Oh,
Because
really?
you can't have 4 years without having
know that.
a first rounder.
Yeah,
That's
but they
good.
can trade
I like
next year's first round pick if they wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, they can trade.
They're Liverpool.
They're
They're
Luke.
Liverpool.
They're still. You're right. They've got some good young players.
Would you want Geelong's first round pick?
I wouldn't want Geelong's first round pick.
You obviously not this year.
No, next year. I'd say
Next year, probably wouldn't want next year, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Who knows where they're going? If
Right.
they're going to have Higgins and
What's
all
the
these
point?
other people, shit.
If North get, I think Higgins. I don't think North are going to win a premiership next 2 or 3 years. So why not get rid of
No.
Higgins, get a younger player in, and a first round pick in the following year? I reckon that would.
Because I think North have a bonus for getting players from other clubs.
Yeah, we did do that for about 3 or 4
Because
years.
you're not. I mean, look at what you relegated yourselves to just because you couldn't get a big fish. You brought in all these little players. Well, not little, like some good players, but you know Aaron Hall, who played
That's
2
right.
games. This
He
year.
had
but he could be a star.
Aaron Hall.
He's-
Aaron Hall will be right next year. He'll be right. He'll be
Yeah,
right.
you saw him.
And he's got to get. He's got a bit stuck on his head as well.
Yeah. Well, Matthew Lloyd believes that Orazio for Wines is a good trade.
Is it?
So his reasoning behind this was Essendon need a player like Wines. He's an inside mid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good inside mid. Ollie Wines. He is currently the captain of Port Adelaide, I do believe as well.
Is he?
Yeah,
He
he's
is,
co-captain.
yeah, co-captain. And then all these pros for Wines coming to Essendon, and then Orazio going to Adelaide. He'd be a good team player. He's got some pace. So what a winner for Adelaide in that situation. Their captain and possibly one of their best players for Orazio,
Port
who hasn't put it
Plays
plays
two
good
games
games a year.
It's because you know what? It's the hair. It's the hairdo. It's the blonde hair.
He's shaved it. He's bald now.
Jake Stringer had blonde hair at the start of last year. He had that little like ponytail or whatever.
Yeah, that was fucking
It was disgusting, but it was blonde.
Gross, yeah.
And then he got rid of it and he started playing better. The same with the Razio.
Alright, but there's an exception to that rule, and that's Matt Guelphy.
Who the hell is Matt
Because
Wells?
he did it, and he
Connor McKenna.
Yeah, well, he's not an exception. Because when he did it, he played shit.
Did he?
Because that was when he came back from Ireland.
Didn't have a good game.
What about if Dyson Heppel shaved his hair and he was bald? Would that would be the weirdest look ever?
I wish.
Well,
At least he got rid of that beard.
Do you reckon
I like
wine?
the
Do you
beard.
reckon
I
wine
like
for
it.
Razio is a fair trade?
Absolutely not. That's the biggest stinker of a trade I've ever had in
Why?
my life. Because Ollie Wines is 10 times the player Orazio is.
Yeah, I. What do you reckon, Nick?
Is it to fill the Eddie Betts hole? Is that what they're
It's
going
Port Adelaide,
Port
Nick
Adelaide.
Bruce Potato.
Port Adelaide, sorry. The pillow farts, not the chodes. Forgot.
No, it was the whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushions. Who are the Chodes? Who are the Chodes?
They were the Crows, but I like the whoopee cushion.
Well, someone else is going to be the
Is
Chodes.
there someone else that's with the Chodes?
We can think of that, don't worry.
Melbourne.
Melbourne are the Chodes, Melbourne.
Severely disappointed.
Well, Ollie Wines hasn't had a great couple of years. He's been injured, and also he's slowed down a little bit as well. So he's not the quickest player, Ollie Wines.
Well, Essendon don't need speed.
So if you're
He's
looking
got
for
speed in.
okay, so if you're in inside mid, then
That's what Essendon needs.
okay, and you got Devon Smith coming back next year as well,
We'll see about that.
which will be a big,
Enough about Essendon.
a big in.
So Jack Martin's in talks with Carlton and the Bulldogs.
So apparently his wages from the Gold Coast are $600,000 a year at the moment.
Really?
Legit, $600,000 a year.
Do they have no money?
This is-
Who's getting paid?
So Jack
We
Martin,
wouldn't know, we don't know
Jack
this.
Martin's on a lot as well. Well, he's the one. David Swallow will be on a bit.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That's one
2 metre Peter, maybe?
potentially.
Yeah.
But Jack Martin,
Because
I
Tom
like Jack
Lynch
Martin.
isn't up there anymore.
I like Jack Martin. I reckon he's an alright player
Yeah,
when
he
he's
is.
around better players.
I think he'll be really good at Carlton next year.
I think he'd be good at the Bulldogs.
I think he'll go to Carlton.
I hope not. I like to see him at the Bulldogs.
Yeah, well,
What do you reckon, Nick? Jack Martin.
Probably more likely Carlton.
yeah, I'd say.
What about Eddie? Will he go to Carlton?
Eddie will go to the Suns.
That's
That's who they have to pay next year, eh?
who's going to get their way? Teague or Silvani?
Oh, I think Silvani's lost a little bit of demerit points, brownie points, because he was at the Gold Coast, at GWS, and he stuffed that up. So I reckon T-Train, on board T-Train, you know,
T20.
just follow T20 all the way, you know, he's the man. He knows what he's doing. He looks like a businessman, because he sits there and he doesn't have... Teague, yeah, he sits there with his glasses
It looks like he still lives in his mum's basement, to be honest. But that's
Yeah.
alright.
But he trades, I reckon he trades well.
He trades
On the stock exchange,
on
I reckon
the
he
stock
trades.
exchange.
And on this as well, I reckon he'd be alright.
Silvani looks more like a businessman than.
Silvani lost all respect when he drafted his son. Yeah, back in the
His
day.
son's not a bad player. As if they weren't going to draft, even if Silvani wasn't there, they would have still drafted his son.
Really?
You don't reckon they would
No,
have?
I reckon they would have.
You don't reckon they would have?
I reckon they would have.
I absolutely reckon they would have.
You reckon?
Because Carlton are
Stephen
sentimental
Silvani's
club.
son.
Does Jack Silvani look like Stephen Silvani?
A little bit.
Not a lot.
Probably, I don't know what the mum looks like, but he'd look more like the mum.
Look it up. Let's go through some of the burning questions.
Burning questions according to AFL.com.au, posted as of about 5 hours ago.
All right, we'll start with Adelaide. So will Don Pike be coaching in the Crows next year? Nick?
Doesn't look like it.
Half a year, I'd give him. The
Yeah,
buy.
I'll give him maybe half a year as well.
I give him the buy.
He's in a bit of trouble.
That's
Although,
why.
if Jason Dunstall goes in there and beats his ruthless self, he won't be coaching next year.
Why would you, what?
Because he's the external reviewer.
Oh, is he?
Jason Dunstall,
Yeah, he's one of them.
What a great
Him and
choice.
Pav.
Him and Pav.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know what's
That's
funny?
a
though?
good
Do you know what's
choice.
funny?
I
though?
like that.
Jason Dunstall and Pavlich and
Not from
Rashudo
Adelaide,
and
that's right.
Rashudo
Oh.
are all co-workers on Fox Footy. So
Yeah.
those two come and say
Well,
that Rashudo is the
They were
issue.
talking about this on the couch.
Yeah.
And apparently, is it Tom Phillips, the journo that goes on there?
No, Tom Morris.
Tom Morris. He went up to Dunstall in the Fox Footy
Yeah.
studios, and Dunstall basically told him to get fucked.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I don't mind Tom Morris.
I think it's
And I think
Doug's still doing the review.
No,
Like
it's-
the other
I
two.
think Gary Lyon's been trying to get him for an interview about it as well, because
Well, they're in a bit of trouble, the whoopee cushions.
Mm.
It's because of the cam. You know, they camp. But it's not the camp's fault, it's the players' fault.
It's more of the trigger, isn't it?
What were they
It's more of
called?
the spark.
What was the company?
Collective Minds.
Collective Minds. It sounds like
I
an
would-
80s.
I would not, if I heard a company like that, I'd be going, no.
Apparently they like it was starvation mode for them. They couldn't have their phones, they couldn't even talk to each other. It was like really like military.
Yeah. So if they keep Pike, does everyone else get sacked around him?
A lot of the board members will have to get sacked.
Probably not.
Because Rui's not on board.
Will Eddie Betts be in the club next year, Nick?
No.
No.
Nah, he won't be there.
Gold Coast.
Are the Crows at a start of a full rebuild?
A full rebuild.
Not a full one.
Depends. Because there's talk of
Matt Crouch might go, or was it Brad Crouch?
One of the
boys.
Crouch.
Alice Yeoman's name's been thrown.
Your man,
Your
your
man.
man. You
My man.
you
Your
gave
man.
us these stats. You gave us these stats that Yeoman, when he was in the side, they were a better team, and then when he was out,
Look what happened towards the end of the year.
So do you build the side around him?
Yeoman.
Why not?
Why not?
Or do you build it around Jenkins?
Well, Jensen,
He is the worst player in the competition.
Hang on,
It's
hang
insane.
on, possibly the
build
worst.
Adelaide. Don't you mean build North Melbourne?
He's
Around?
not- we're not.
that's correct.
We can't.
Correct.
We cannot. In my lifetime, sink that low as a club. You know?
I'm feeling low.
We've had our shares of lows in our lifetime, but for God's sakes, if we bring Josh Jenkins to the club,
It'll happen.
I'm abandoning the ship.
Because you're not going to be able to get anyone else, and then they'll be like, "Fuck, who's left to get? We need someone to get everyone else excited, like you."
We're not getting it.
And they'll be like, "Get Jenkins."
Move on. Next one. Next team.
They'll give Ben Brown for him.
Go down.
Okay.
Brisbane. Oh, we won't go through Brisbane and stuff because they're in the
No,
finals.
no,
No, go
no,
through
no,
Carlton.
no.
Go to the top. Go to the top. Go to the bottom two.
Why
Bottom
do they
two.
even include
Carlton. Okay. Is there another big fish around?
What?
As in, like, are they going to get another
Jack
team,
Martin.
another player?
Jack Martin.
He's not really a big fish though. He's like a $600,000 risk.
Well, that's. What do they
Well,
mean
that's-
a big
what-
fish?
what other-
Do
what
they
other
mean
big-
a cake position? Do they mean a big grunt midfielder?
I think they need a defender. I think they need a really,
Yeah.
they need a key defender.
I spoke about this last week.
But these days, everyone gets excited for like players like Jack Martin.
What does David Teague's
They
coaching
need someone.
structure look like next year?
Who the fuck knows? Oh, hang on. Luke Power's been approached for a team.
Yeah, Luke
development.
Powell is there as well, so he's part of the midfield team, I think.
It's been suggested Brent Stanton could be in line for promotion. Is Brent Stanton at
Carlton.
Carlton?
That's where he's gone. So he's gone to your rival club. How do you feel about that?
I
Essendon
couldn't give a
supporters. He was a good player, Stanton, every now and
He
then.
was.
Every now and then.
We did the same with them.
He wore the number 5 with guts.
Do you know Laura went on one of Laura's family members got married, and he worked for Essendon. Can't remember what he did there. And Brent Stanton and a few other players went to the wedding, and it was like a wedding, I think, in maybe like Fiji or some shit. I don't know. And Brent Stanton loves the darts. And this was while he was still an active player. Loves the darts. Who else was there?
Oh, Jakey Melcher would have been flat out.
Oh yeah. There was someone else was there,
Amongst
which was a surprise.
It's a stressful
Oh,
environment.
fucking what's his name? From North. Shane Grant was there.
Oh yeah, Grant, but he's gone to jail
He's
now, so
fucked.
he's on the ropes.
Um,
You know what I reckon David T should do? He should just let all caution to the wind. He says to a couple of his midfielders, you guys are going to stay back in defensive roles. Cripsy, you're the man. Just go forward at all costs. Don't even defend. You're our man. Just run forward. That's what you should do. Just kick goals. He's the MVP. Crips, whatever his name is.
Crip.
Does Eddie get a fairy tale
What if the
return?
ball never gets out of the defence because he's not down there?
No, but he doesn't need to worry about defence. He does too much already, Cripps, and he's
Yeah.
going to wear himself out. He is the man going forward because he's a beautiful.
Has he already got the shoulder strapping going on?
Yeah, and he's got his knees strapped and everything. He's got his wrist strapped. He's going to have his nose strapped soon. You know.
You don't want him to turn into a jug.
No, because
No.
Juddy didn't survive past 30 or 32. When
No.
he hit his knee, that was it.
Playing for Carlton killed Judd.
And Cripps is on that way. You know, it's the weight of years
Of
of
Carlton.
defeat with Carlton.
And
That's on
years
his
of
shoulders.
expectation.
Yeah, on his
Thing is,
shoulders.
Juddy did alright in the end.
Yeah, but Juddy had a premiership, so he had no expectation on himself. But
Juddy-
Cripps-
Yeah, but I meant as in
Johnny walked into a captaincy.
he went to Carlton to set up his post career.
Oh,
And that's what
With
he's done.
Vizzy. Yeah.
Oh. Does Eddie get a fairy tale return? Nick?
Nah, I think he does. Because just knowing what Carlton are like. They're
T20 wants him. T wants him.
Yeah, I know.
He loves him.
And giving Carlton supporters a sniff like that, they can't help.
Wasn't Teague on the coaching staff at Adelaide for?
Yeah, he was a forwards coach, and that's since
That's why he
2017.
loves
That's why he
it.
loves it.
Eddie's going to be 33.
34.
Set to turn 33 later this year.
34 is.
So
34. Oh, yeah, right, no, 33 anyway, 33.
So he's better off with the Suns.
Might go through it, might go through.
Skipping.
Yeah, we'll skip the Bombers and stuff.
Freo.
Who will be the next senior coach? Is an interesting one, Nick. Carter?
I've got no idea.
It's looking like Longmeadow, isn't it?
Just a long year. I reckon,
Peter Simic.
Ken Hinkley.
Name.
It's between those two, isn't it?
Do you reckon they could get one of the sacked coaches from this year? Do you reckon they even want
Did you ever
one?
listen to this podcast, those sacked coaches and stuff?
No.
Maybe they should bring someone back from there. You know? Maybe like,
Mick.
or Danny Frawley. Danny Frawley then.
Danny Frawley,
Spud.
he should still be coaching.
You know?
He was a good coach.
He was alright.
He's a dickhead, but he's a good. He's a good. Doesn't he still coaches?
Does local leagues and stuff.
Yeah, but like they fucking win the premiership every year.
Choco Williams, I saw he coaches wherever Choco Williams. He should be coaching Fremantle. He'd actually be good for Freo, I reckon. Choco Williams.
He'd be good anywhere.
You know, he's got
even as an assistant.
He's a very level-headed coach, and he's been through a lot. Won a premiership. He's Wasn't he at Richmond and Essendon? Was he at Essendon?
He was at Essendon for a little bit, yeah.
You know, I would like to see Mark Williams back there. He'd be on at least $150,000 wherever he right now as the coach.
Have to be.
Oh, so he's senior coach.
He's senior coach wherever he be, but
Okay.
Mark Williams. Can the Dockers poach Tim Kelly?
No.
I reckon he'll go there though, but I don't reckon they'll poach him. I reckon he'll just go there.
I
reckon
that'll be a
John
poach.
will trade him to there. Why are they trading to West Coast? This makes no sense.
Because he wants to go there and they like to do things.
I don't think West Coast has got room for him.
No. What can Fremantle get back for Bradley Hill and Ed Langdon?
Who the fuck's Ed Langdon?
He's actually a very good player. He's probably one of their best players.
Where's he going?
Good defender.
Good defender.
Where's he going?
I don't know. But he wants to come back to Melbourne. Langdon. Yeah.
Well, Carlton should go after him then.
But what would you get for him, though? What would you trade? You just can't take him. What would you trade?
Well, let's
Hawks
say...
could trade off a couple of, maybe like Isaac Smith or something. They could trade Hill for Smith. I could see that happening.
Send McGovern up there.
You know?
Trade McGovern for Langdon. Just do it. We don't need enough.
Do it.
They need a defender.
Who? Carlton?
Yeah.
Get rid of Mitch McGovern.
Send him up back to Perth.
Yeah. He was at
He's from
Adelaide.
there.
He was at Adelaide, and then he
Yeah,
went to...
well, they're close to his brother.
Yeah, they have a couple of games a year, actually. Well, who do you reckon they should get for Bradley Hill? If Bradley Hill comes to St Kilda, who would you trade from St Kilda?
Well, it's saying here, pick 5.
I'd get rid of Jack Billings.
Where did Jack
Goals.
Steele want to go?
Geelong.
You get rid of Billings.
Yeah, I don't think he's a very good kick. He gets
He's
a lot
one
of
of
the
their
ball.
better players.
He gets, yeah, I know, but
But that leaves a massive hole.
you got Bradley Hill though. You know, and you got number 5 draft pick as
prefer
well.
both.
And you got draft pick as well, which you can get like a very good player for, like a very good midfielder.
No, but they'd likely have to give up their pick number 5.
What about Josh Bruce? What about
Akers is from WA, so there's...
So Josh Bruce?
This is St Kilda.
Josh Bruce, he's up on trade table as well for St Kilda. Why wouldn't you
Is
get...
he really?
Yeah, so you could trade Bradley Hill, get Josh Bruce and a pick, second round pick or something. So that way you got a forward line with Josh Bruce and Jesse Hogan. At least it's better than having no one down there.
How long are we... What's our time?
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, we don't push it.
Keep going.
How long we skip... Gold Coast. Is Sean Burgoyne the right fit?
No.
Didn't know they were going for Burgoyne.
Yeah, they have been for. It's been talking about this for months.
The Luke Hodge model. But Burgoyne's not a Luke Hodge.
No, I agree.
You need someone that's going to be able to sit in defence.
Yeah.
And that's what Luke Hodge played a lot.
In defence.
He was defensive 50 roamer back at
Mm-hmm.
So it just made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Gold Coast needs someone that's like that's going to sit in the
Bring
back
Brian Lake back.
and bark orders.
Probably in his back of his car on the front on the beach in Gold Coast. They just got to look around the beach. I reckon he'd be in the back of his car. Drinking some
he's
beer.
just beached.
You know who would be a better fit? Jared McVeigh.
See, that would be ideal. Because they did bring in
He'd be-
Malcheski, remember, from Sydney Gold
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah, they did.
But Jared Bay would be more
He'd be a
ideal.
better fit.
Good call, Nick. Bring him in.
I doubt it'll happen though. What assistance, if any?
Yeah. This is to the Gold Coast.
This is the pick 1 and 2. I'll get
They're
the
going to give them to them.
I'll get it.
Their best assistance Gold Coast is to relocate to Hobart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll happen in 2 years' time.
Tassie Suns.
That's the best.
They can't call them the Suns. You can't call them the
The
Suns.
Tassie Clouds.
The Tassie Dockers.
Tassie Dockers.
What about the? Oh no, I can't say
Tassie, Mersey had a great one.
The
called
Tassie
Hobart
Bryans.
Hooligans. You know,
that. The Hobart Bulls. I like the Hobart Bulls.
down there's alright.
I don't think they'd go for it though.
Or you can call them the Mona or the Mona, the Tassie Monas. Because was it the Mona Museum?
Yeah, that's
I
like
don't know, that was...
That's terrible. The Tassie Monas.
Tassie Monas.
Well, the guy that runs that could
Well,
easily bankroll.
Would they call them Tassie or would they be Hobart?
You'd be
They'd be
Tassie.
Launceston.
Tassie, because they'd have to go between Launceston and Hobart.
So does that mean that the Tasmanian team would play at Launceston and Hobart?
Yeah, both. Why not? You know, why
A
not?
bit of stability would be nice.
Okay, play them in Hobart. Call them
Well, they'd
Hobart.
probably build them a brand new ground anyway, so...
Highly recommend that.
The Monas?
Museum like
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I've been there once. Saw the wall of the
Yeah, we lived
street.
there for like 6 months.
I was there for 6 months, yeah, it was quite cold.
I bet it was.
Really quite cold. Would not recommend living there, unless you're from there, to be honest with you. And you're older, unless you're older as well.
Don't care about that one. That question was shit. Hawthorn!
So Hawks have obviously been picking up a lot of free agents the last couple of years, Nick. So will they draft this year?
Probably not, because they're Hawthorn.
Because Clarko doesn't want to.
No.
If Clarko says no, then you're like, yes, Clarko.
That's like Brandon Bolton is. Just Clarko.
No,
Yeah, Brendan Bolton's got to be his...
That's how he
Oscar's
just...
got to be...
That's how he directs
Do
you.
you know actually when
Yes, Clarko.
Alistair Clarkson was walking around the VFL over the other day at Con Park, Brendan Bolton was next to him holding his little sleeve out of his little pocket.
Yeah.
You know, just next to him, just like that, just holding it all there, just like that.
God.
That's what it seemed like.
We get it. How hard should the Hawks fight for Sean Burgoyne? Should they?
Not really. It's 37 or whatever it is.
Like
36.
163.
He's won 3 premierships with them. What more do they want from
Let
him?
him do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
If he wants to go off and have like a mentor role
Let him go.
as an on-field player, let him go. Does he want that?
Are Hawthorn going to win a premiership next year or the year after?
Probably not.
So who-
Although you never know
Probably-
with fucking Hawthorn.
I think they'll play finals next year.
Probably, maybe.
But
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Are Luke Bruce and Jack Gunston untouchable, Nick?
what do you mean?
Like trade bait and stuff like that.
I wouldn't think so. I think probably Jack Gunston is...
Adelaide
danger than
would
Bruce.
be kicking themselves. Gunston comes from Adelaide, plays with 3 premierships as Hawthorn, leading goal kicker last year, whatever it was, or the year before. Has a great year this year. He's been a very good trade for Hawthorn over the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And Adelaide would be kicking themselves.
They
They had Josh Jenkins and they had Gunston, and they decided to give up Gunston for Josh
But I bet you
Jenkins.
if Josh Jenkins had gone to Hawthorn, he would have been a better player.
No, he wouldn't, because Jenkins is a dud.
I bet
There's
you
no
would.
chance.
Bet you
I don't think they'll
Well,
be able to.
Hawthorn had Kennedy as well.
I don't think they'll trade Bruce or Gunston.
Let's skip that question.
No, go Melbourne.
Yeah, no, just that question. Shit.
What is it? What's the question?
This fucking...
What should we expect?
talked about this last week.
Come on.
They'll be down the bottom again, Melbourne, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. Is Simon Goodman the man to turn this around?
No,
probably
Absolutely
No,
not.
he's done.
Let's just get past that. What happens with the captaincy? That's a good question. I like that question.
I don't think Gawn should be captain
Why not?
because he's a great player, but he's not a rallier of troops.
I'm not really sure I agree with
Yeah.
you.
I reckon he is.
I think he is, and I think all the players want him to be a captain. He captained a basketball team. He wants it.
There's 4 people.
He wants it. I think the other players want him to have
Could
it.
you imagine Max Gawn giving like
But he'd
motivation on the
be
field?
co-captain with Viney.
Nathan Jones should still be captain.
God.
Mm.
Have you ever heard Jack
Okay.
Viney speak? as
Alright.
Yeah, I can't imagine Jack Viney rallying anyone.
well?
Oh, good ball.
Max Gawn is a very good player, but he's not a. Doesn't mean he has to be a captain. You know, just because he's a very good player doesn't make him a captain.
Yeah, but he does carry the side.
Of course he does. He's a very good player. He's their best player. He's their only good player.
So
doesn't mean he's the, doesn't mean, but you,
carry them
but
on
doesn't
the
mean
back door.
doesn't mean he has to be captain. Like who's captain for like
But
Essendon?
I think
Dyson
they-
Heckle's not your best player, but he's captain.
But I think they need him to be captain.
Okay, move on.
He needs to get better at his goal kick.
Oh, here we go.
Does Reece Shaw need a senior coach?
Yes, we need a coaching.
Absolutely.
We need a coaching director. And I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get Brendan Bolton before. If I'm kind of being perfectly honest. We need a coaching director, and I reckon Mick Malthouse aside
Hey,
from
Choco Williams.
yes, Choco Williams. He's the man. I'm telling you right
You
now.
wanted Alan Richardson.
Oh
You
god.
did. You wanted him. The Demons had
Could
him.
you imagine
The
that?
thing is with Choco as well, he's already in the sphere of influence.
Alan
Real-
Richardson and Reece Shaw, they would be the most. It would be the most calmest coaching box in the history of AFL if those two were there together. It'd be so boring, literally. You would not have any fun being in there. It'd be just.
I
quiet.
reckon you should do that. Oh yeah, I think we should.
No worries, bro. No worries, bro. We should get Mick Malthouse. I'm a bit disappointed we get Brendan Bolton.
Got my impressions.
Doing the Hey Dad
That's right.
impressions.
Alright.
Can Sam Durden or Ben McKay step up for the retired Scott Thompson? I think Durden is a better player than McKay, whatever his name is. His time, McKay will trade him. Ben McKay. He's only played like 5 games in 4 years. Why play him?
Your backline has been gutted over the last few years, hasn't it?
I like him. Pollock played well back there, and I think Pittard was actually alright as well. I don't like McMillan. I think he's done.
When the 4 left as well,
Mm.
because you lost Spud Ferreira as well.
Yeah, I like Banana.
And now you've lost Scotty Thompson.
So he had a couple. He had Spud Ferreira and Banana Ferreira.
Bananas.
How do you get 2 nicknames?
Is Matt Jack Dog going to come in?
Yeah, so Magic might come back.
Magic.
Magic, the Magic Dog.
The Magic.
He might come in.
But is he going to
Magic,
play in
magic.
defence or?
Yeah, no, play him in the ruck, man. Put him in the ruck.
Yeah.
Ruck defence.
Just ruck. Goldstein, get out.
Nah, he's too athlete. I mean,
I know. Well, look, Davies, you know, prove next season why he's a top 5 pick. Yes, I do like UDL. Wait, LDU. Unaki. I do like him. He looks a lot. No, this is a big statement, but I do think he moves. Doesn't mean he plays like him, but he moves like Jack Cripps. What his name is?
Patrick.
Patrick Cripps. That's it.
Ooh.
He moves like him a lot.
Yeah, right.
The way he moves, Patrick Cripps doesn't play like him. Obviously, different levels. But he does move a lot like him, which is why I like him.
Hard to copy.
But if he doesn't play well next year, get rid of him. Blackwood, get rid of him.
You're a hard man.
Quick to swing the axe.
Port Adelaide, the
Pillow
Pillow
Farts.
Farts.
Can the Power return to the finals in
It took
2020?
so long to say it.
Sorry. Will the Power return to the finals in 2020?
Oh, it's fucking 50-50, isn't it?
That's pretty much what they sound like, you know?
Yeah. Like a muffled fart.
That Pillow Farts.
Depends how they're trained. Depends how their first years.
They get Razio in. Big chance, I reckon. He could be the key. Nah, I think they could. But
I think they could.
I don't know if they will.
Can they? Yes. Will they?
That's why they're the
Ryder on the
Farts.
move as well, though.
Sorry?
If Ryder is on the move as well, but
Well, Ryder might go.
He probably will. I don't see him staying.
so then what? Lyset's their number 1.
He won a premiership with the West Coast Eagles. I don't understand why he didn't keep playing him. Is Ken Hinkley long-term future secure?
No.
Done.
See you later.
Will co-captains remain next year? Ollie Mines
Who
and-
is it with Ollie Mines?
And who's the
Tom
other one?
Jonas.
He's the defender. He actually played quite well this year, Jonas.
I think Jonas is probably going to stay.
Oh, JJ.
Ollie Wines is.
I thought that was your check.
No, it's JJ. He's lonely.
Anyway.
Let him in, open the
Nah,
door.
don't let him in.
No.
Ollie Wines, I think he'll stay.
Yeah, Ollie Mines will stay.
Probably.
I don't care about Joe Jonas.
Move on.
Richmond, we skipped.
We'll go through the finals quickly after this. St
Didn't we
Kilda.
talk
Here we
about
go.
this
St.
fucking
Who's
St.
going to
Kilda?
be coaching St Kilda next year?
Brett Bracken.
The Rats.
You reckon?
Rats.
I have
no
a-
more question about it.
How different will the
Have I
squad be?
deviated?
No, you've been pretty
No,
solid on this.
whole time.
Yeah, you've been pretty confident on it. You must know some stuff. You must have got the inside scoop. How different will the squad look in 2020? Well, Jack Stephen won't be there next year. I think Jack Billings will be get traded, and Josh Bruce will be out as well.
Carlisle?
I reckon Chuck
And Carlisle's gone as
on
well.
the move as well.
You know, Carlisle went to Carlton. If Carlisle went to Carlton, it would be interesting.
Too much.
I don't give a fuck about
Wait.
Together.
That being said, a finals realistic expectation next year. No,
probably
they're so done. St Kilda. They're a horrible team. They got the worst skill level of any team in the comp. They will not make finals. They'll finish bottom 4 again.
The list isn't there.
They're so poor, like so bad. That's why they need to move them to Hobart. Hobart Saints. With Nick Riewoldt and Jack Riewoldt.
Will Menzel get a crack?
No, he's done.
Is he really?
Daniel Menzer. Yeah, he's done. He's finished.
I think he'll sit around, and if he gets an opportunity and takes it and does well, then.
I like Daniel Menzer, but he's not quick. He's not quick enough.
So has it been in and out, or
Yeah.
is it,
He's played 7 games.
was that injury or
Just in and out, mate.
He had groin surgery pre-season.
Papley took his spot. The
Groin.
All Australian Papley next year.
Papley!
too far? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
No, we went past West Coast. That's fine. Who are we?
No, there was another Sydney.
It was another Sydney one.
Don't.
Come on, man.
Come on, mate.
No, that was it.
No,
That
that
was
was
only one.
We've only got one.
That's it.
No, then it's off to West Coast.
West Coast. They should
Hey,
West
you got
Coast.
one. What the?
No, I think the pages hasn't loaded properly.
All right, so
Yeah.
No, the Bulldogs.
let's move on to the games this week. It is the first week of the finals. The bye is over. All of the
Bye,
awards,
bye, bye.
the awards nights are over. Thank
Except the
God,
Brown night.
except the Brown night, but that's normal. But all the other awards nights. Did you know they had like 4 awards nights last week, and they were all in a row, and they were all at the same.
Oh,
time.
Sam
All
Walsh
of us
won.
tip footy.
Sam Walsh won the Rising Star. He did. Who cares? It was very
And
nice.
Luke Darcy copped
Darcy
it.
gave it to Rosie.
Yeah, he copped a hell of a lot too. Luke Darcy.
That's fair.
He's a dud Darcy. Anyway.
You can rate however he likes.
Don't like him. No.
Um,
All right, let's go to Thursday night. Tomorrow night, we've got West Coast hosting the
I just wanted to
Bombers.
say it might be a little bit of bias here, but the first week of the finals, it's been one of the better ones we've had for a while.
You've been a bit of a pillow fart here, Nick. You've been a bit of a pillow fart. No, remember in 2007, 2010, we had like Geelong, St Kilda, Bulldogs and Collingwood like finishing the top 4 for like 3 years in a row. And Hawthorn were there as well. So we've had some very good teams being in the finals.
No, but I mean, each of these 4 matchups, has there been a better combination?
West Coast and
Essendon.
As I said, this might be me being
The most obvious game of the 4 games.
Do you know, Pats,
Really?
there's no one super team. Not one super team this year or like in previous years. They're all evenly matched.
Yeah.
So that makes
Aside
it a bit,
from Essendon.
it makes it a bit more competitive. But like, there's no super team like a Hawthorn or a Geelong. We're in Collingwood in 2011 or whatever it was.
Those 2 games on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
They're both ripples.
Well, yeah, we'll get to them.
We'll get to that, Nick.
Okay,
Don't worry.
so-
Let's go through the first game though. We've got the Eagles hosting the Bombers.
At the car park.
Twins.
And bet easy bet easy while you're betting easy.
Actually,
Easy on
easy
games to bet easy
bet.
and have an easy bet. It's never been easier. Have the West Coast Eagles at $1.21 and Essendon at $4.50.
About
Fair.
right. About right.
Absolutely.
We'll hook, what's his name? Hurley play.
Yeah. They've bought all the tape in the world.
Chemist
Put a
Warehouse.
brace on
They've
it.
lost their stock actually.
Yeah, they've sold out.
Sold out of tape actually.
Yeah.
Dang, that's it.
Essendon can't win. They're not going to win.
I think they've got a chance.
I don't
This is
think
why
they
I
don't
reckon-
have a
this is
chance.
why I think they've got a
They
chance.
don't have a chance. They won't be able to get it out of their defence.
I think West Coast don't defend well from contests. So if they win the middle, that's important. But also on the defensive transition as well. Essendon, if they are allowed to run with Sard and McKenna, which they did last year at the car park, and they smashed them. That's what you got. That's where they can win it. If it's a slow ball movement with Essendon out the back line, West Coast got
It
their
goes the same way. If it's a slow movement from West Coast, I've said this for a while now. The blueprint to beating Essendon is you move the ball quickly. You don't let them settle.
Yeah, well, that's true. Recently
And
has, yeah.
Hurley coming back has just completely changed how Essendon play, or not how they set up. Because I probably should have looked at the difference between
You've been slack.
points against, but I reckon it's come way down since Hurley's come back because he just sets them up like Hodge does.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it'll be interesting if West Coast actually do end up playing Nick Mandanelli, because it can go either one or 2 ways.
That's true.
He goes out there for 10 minutes,
Gets injured.
cooks himself,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's best case scenario
That-
for Essendon.
They
So,
should play him. They should play him.
For me, as an Essendon
Risky.
one-eyed, I want them to play him.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they will
Nick
play
Mandanelli.
it because there's no risk. Because Essendon aren't going to get it past the middle of the ground. All game.
I think without Nick Nat and had that one person down.
And
might
you've
change it.
got Barras and McGovern in the back line. So Essendon, they can't just blindly kick it into the forward line.
Hearn's got a hamstring concern as well, so he's underdone for the West Coast. So that will definitely help Essendon. So want to work him over with Stringer. Is Orazio playing?
Yes.
Who cares? Do they have the? They wouldn't have.
No,
the
they don't have the
lineup,
stuff,
would
no.
they? That'll be tonight.
Raz, Stringer, Apple, and I can't remember. Oh, Booker are all set to come back.
Well,
yeah.
Well, what do you reckon? Let's go tips. I'm going West Coast. I think they'll get it done.
I'm going West Coast by 50 points.
I'm going West Coast, but it's going to be close.
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be about 4 or 5 goals, and I think West Coast will break it open late.
4, 5, 15 goals.
Let's move to Friday night. The Cats hosting Collingwood at their traditional home, the MCG. Where Cats have played 5 games there this year, and Collingwood have played 16 games this year.
Yeah.
So, what are we expecting on this Friday night, guys? It's going to be wet.
People are very confident about the Cats, and they think that because Collingwood have a lot of changes coming in this week, that it's going to be too much, and Geelong are just going to walk over them. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I agree with you.
Geelong will win, loss, win, loss, win.
So, according to the physics,
And they've just come off a bye. They're no good off a bye.
There's a
I
lot.
know the list is different, and it happened this year again, but
Have you seen how many finals the Collingwood backline have played?
0.
There are 5 that have had 0.
I don't care.
And Darcy Moore,
I know.
he was a bit.
Yeah, I know.
Jeremy Howe's played back there.
He's under a cloud as well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played one with Collingwood.
That's their biggest concern, Collingwood, is their defence. It's their only concern. Against Geelong's attack with their smaller forward and stuff, and also Hawkins and Ablett delivering the ball in, is their only concern is their defence.
I reckon they put Ablett up in the forward line and let him do his thing. Bring Selwood into the middle.
I don't understand why they've played him on the wing. Put him in the middle.
I reckon there's a bit of strategy.
Yeah, right.
I reckon
Saving him.
I reckon they've been saving him all year. But let the kids go to work
On the outside.
So that, like, if they lose Selwood, then they already know what they're doing in the middle. But when the whips are cracking,
I agree. You've got to put Selwood, Dangerfield, and Kelly the whole game in the middle. Just leave all 3 of them in the middle the whole game. Don't bring Parfit in, or don't bring Dalhouse, or maybe Dalhouse because he won a premiership with the Dogs in there. But that's it. You keep your best players around the ball, because that's where you get your best chance of winning is around the ball.
the other big, I reckon the central contest is going to be Grundy and
Stanley.
If Stanley does what he did in round 2,
round 1.
then whatever round it was, Geelong are going to mop the floor.
Geelong are favourites though by $1.78 to $2.05. I'm going to go for Collingwood though. I think they will win.
I agree.
I think they've got
But tight.
tight. It won't be a high scoring game. It'll be about 10, 11, 12 goals max, I reckon, between the 2 of them. But I still think it'll be tight, and I think Collingwood will win. So I think they'll get up.
I think Chris Scott's going to outcoach Bucks.
I don't know, man.
And I reckon
He's a very...
I reckon he'll outcoach Bucks, but Collingwood will still win.
It also depends what Collingwood we're going to get.
Yeah, that's true. But...
There's so many question marks. Like,
And Collingwood have been off like a run of easy games.
DeGoey's barely played any. That forward line.
Doesn't matter, man. They're ready to go. These are professional footballers who were playing in the premiership last year. They are ready to go.
What if DeGoey goes out there in 10 minutes and blows his hamstring out again?
Yeah, but that's stupid biomedical stuff. That could happen to anyone. That could happen to anyone going out there.
any player.
Any player could go out there and... What about Ablett? He's 35. His hamstrings are hanging on by a thread. He could go out there and pop them in at the first contest.
That's why he just played in the pocket.
He could jump up and that at the end of it, you know? His career's done. You just never know.
So Collingwood.
Let's move on to the 2016 prelim rematch. It's the Giants hosting the
What a
Bulldogs.
game.
That was probably the game of the year.
That was the game of the decade.
Yeah, that was a great game.
I loved that
yeah.
game. And it was good to see so many Bulldog supporters.
At least fill up the stands.
It was good to see so many Giants supporters.
I didn't know that was- I didn't
A
know-
little bit different this time.
Well, there's about
A little bit, but not
in a
much.
25,000 seat stadium. There's still about 8,000 seats left.
Do you know the Giants have been urging Sydney supporters to get on board? I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be more Sydney supporters than
So
Giants supporters.
they've got Jeremy Cameron back. I think Finlayson and one of the Kimmelberg, they're back.
Yep. There was another one. There was a midfielder.
Yeah, Haynes is back as well. So they've got some ins, and I've got an inside scoop. Jackson Trengove is not playing this week.
Oh, who cares?
He's not playing. So they're keeping the same team as what they did the last couple of weeks. Jack Shengrove will not play, and the Bulldogs' defence will be the same against Adelaide last week, where Taylor Walker kicked 5 goals, even though they got smashed. He outplayed their defence a little bit. And I reckon Cameron might just get on top of the Bulldogs.
Well, that and
Yeah.
they don't. It's not just Jeremy Cameron. It's not
Finlayson.
Finlayson
Yeah.
as well. So
And if you remember back to when they played about 3 weeks ago, the Giants were in front at halftime against the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
So and Cameron didn't play, and Mumford didn't play either. He's playing Mumford this week. So they've got some big ins, the Giants, and I reckon they're in with a real sniff.
It's hard with the Giants.
They could come out and play like
Exactly.
what they did against the Pies in that first
Look,
quarter.
they could come out and they could have a 12-goal first.
They could. They've got the talent to
Who
do that.
knows? You never know with them. That's the thing.
But the Bulldogs are playing very consistent.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's what makes it
They're
very
in-
difficult.
they're in red hot form.
If you look at Bet Easy bet. Easy bet. And you're
When
moseying
you
on
bet
down
easy.
to the TAB and you have an easy bet, although they wouldn't have Bet Easy bet. So you get on your phone, it's never been easier, and you download the app Bet Easy bet, and when you're betting easy and you have an easy bet, they have the Giants at $2.05
Underdogs.
and the Doggies at $1.78 as the favourites at Giants Stadium.
Well, they do have form there, the Bulldogs. They've been in them there the last couple of times.
Well, they've beaten them there in a final as well.
Yeah.
I reckon that's pretty long odds for the Giants because a few weeks ago I thought, yeah, the Doggies for sure, but I'm starting to turn
Not
around
sure.
for the Giants.
It's a 50-50 game.
I think it's
I
going to be a game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people.
First draw of the season.
It could very well go to extra
Into
time.
overtime.
So
Do we count that as a draw though?
No, we don't.
But surely we're like, well, they drew and then they went into overtime. I count that as the draw of the season.
We didn't have a draw this year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's ludicrous.
We should have had at least one draw.
No, we had the Legends game draw. That's good.
I'm going to go for the Bulldogs.
I want to go for the Bulldogs, but I'm going to go for the Giants.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
just seeing, I was more convinced from Monday night shows.
The Giants.
Just seeing what Taylor Walker did to the Bulldogs defence in a losing effort.
Yeah.
And just the way the Giants are stacked up in the
forward line,
line
yeah.
now, I've started to lean towards
This
the Giants.
is where the ruckman will have a big say, and in the influence of this game. The
What do
outcome.
we always say about finals?
It's a contested ball.
It's the contested ball and
Middle.
it's the
The big
arena for the big man.
The big man. Yeah, that's right. And I just don't know if the Bulldogs have the defence to go with the tall forwards over the Giants.
And that's why
And the Giants get control of the stoppages. Big advantage for the Giants. So the Bulldogs are banking on their midfield to overcome the
Stage
Giants.
set for Toby Green as well to play Rip Snorter.
He's due for one. A Rip Snorter. He's due for a Rip Snorter.
Rip Snorter. Man.
Let's move on to the last game of the round. It's at the Gabatoir. It is the Gabatoir. Sold out, the Gabba. Lions hosting the Tigers. This is the jungle. Who is going to come out on
Can
top?
I
Is
just
the
say,
key
bet
part.
easy bet while you're betting easy. Have the Lions at $2.20 and the Tigers at $1.68 at
Well-
the Gabatoir. Is this just because Richmond beat?
Yeah, because
Because that was at the MCG.
Richmond beat Geelong Lions by 27 points. Now, if you give them a $3 advantage to the Lions for being at home, they're still a $2 better team than the Tigers. The Lions. That's why they're favourite.
I think that the Lions are going to win.
I think they'll win too.
I very strongly believe that they're going to win.
Why do you think they'll win?
It's just the vibe.
Yeah.
Just the vibes of the
The
thing.
vibe.
No, I just can't. Especially because Richmond just beat them.
Yeah.
I just really feel like, especially the Lions, because they haven't copped much this year. You know what I mean? Like,
What did you mean with that? What do you mean? I don't
Like-
know what you mean.
if
Have
they've,
you seen
if, they've
the
had
injuries
a,
list?
if they've had a bad showing, they always come back.
They had one bad game against Collingwood earlier in the year. And
And they lost to Essendon too.
yeah.
And Carlton.
Carlton.
That was the bad.
That was the worst.
2 injuries the Lions have
All year.
at the
That's
moment.
it.
That's
At the
all they
moment.
have on their injury list.
Well, a healthy list.
They're
and,
fresh.
Yeah, a healthy list. They've got a lot to pick from. And I don't. Oh, did you see Grimes tackling Cameron last week as well? In terms of he was just holding him back the whole time. Cameron should have got at least 3 or 4 free kicks last week. Grimes was just all over him and stuff. I mean, it was just unnecessary. The umpire should be aware of that. They should look at that context. Because if Grimes goes to camera, there is holding off the ball all the time with that one.
I don't like it.
No, it's not fair. It's crap. Grimes is a great defender, yeah, but he holds the guy back when he's not even near the ball. You know?
It's such a shame that I'm not going to be able to watch this game because
You're
this
at
is the
the
game I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah, the occasion might get to the lines. The only thing. It's the only thing that
I
will
think
hold
it
back
helps.
the
I think it helps that
occasion.
they got Hodge there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
One big stat, 10-1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, big advantage at home.
It's a
Yeah.
big event.
Another thing you have to look at is that Hodge has more finals experience than any other player in the finals.
And he's more premierships.
No, I doubt it, but it wouldn't fucking surprise me.
He probably has more than the all the Brisbane players.
What how much contracts?
He'd be.
Probably not that much.
He'd have to be the player with not. He doesn't have more than every player combined.
Pendles will be pretty close.
Penders would have a lot.
I don't think he'd be near Hodge though.
No,
I think Hodge would still have more.
Fairly close.
Hodge would have a
Not
lot.
close, but I'd say Hodge would still have more. And I think he's really. I think he keeps. If it weren't for Hodge, the Lions wouldn't be in the position.
I don't agree. I agree with that.
I think he really calms the players,
Mm.
really gets them together. He's basically the captain of the club. Let's be honest. And I think he'll keep their heads level.
Will Nan Curtis play this week? I think he's going to play this week for Richmond and the Rushman. Toby.
You probably have to.
That needed.
Did you see that VFL game last week with Richmond and Essendon? So Essendon led by 40 points at 3/4 time, and then Nan Curtis kicked the goal with 3 seconds to go to win the game for Richmond. They kicked 7 goals 6 to a goal in the last quarter.
Was
Richmond.
that a
Was
final?
that
It was the qualifying
It was
final in the
qualifying.
VFL.
Because Essendon and Richmond have finished top 4.
Essendon were 4th,
Yeah.
Richmond were first, and Richmond won 16 and 18 games. He's the best team in the VFL. Essendon were up by 40 points at Punt Road at 3/4 and they lost the game.
Essendon were sitting second or what? So.
Yeah, they're starting off really well.
So I think Essendon play Footscray now. No, Footscray got beat. Essendon play or someone. Werribee, I think. Werribee this week.
We're not a VFL.
Anyway, so there's going to be 37,000 fans there. Will there be a big split in the fans though, Nick? Do you reckon there'll be more Brisbane fans than... A lot of Brisbane fans would have gone up.
Ooh, I don't know. Because
About 60-40, I
the
reckon.
thing is that
70-30.
no, I reckon there'll be more Brisbane than
Yeah,
Richmond.
for sure.
Keep in mind, the 3-peat, there's gonna be a lot of Brisbane supporters
Yeah.
still up there.
So with the midfield with the Lions, do they need to tag Dusty Martin or Prestia potentially? I like Prestia. I think it was very good for them the last time they played. Do you reckon that the Lions need to tag someone? Is that a chance?
Is Martin taggable? How did Clarkie go against Martin?
Dusty.
Dylan Clark, do you remember? Did Dylan Clark play on Dustin Martin?
In the Dreamtime game.
Might have been the only time that someone got a hold of Martin.
Okay.
But
So,
Dylan Clark might not even be playing. So.
I don't know, I'm not talking about West Coast. I'm just trying to. My point is,
Martin.
Is Martin taggable?
I
Of
think
course he is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he is.
absolutely.
Just put someone near him.
Who was it
I
last
would-
year?
I would
that
rather-
just-
Brisbane do have
They-
I don't remember his name.
They put Greenwood on Martin, I think it was, last year in the prelim, but however, he was injured, Martin. But you don't want Martin getting the ball free, running forward from the wing. Wing forward, entering the ball into the 50. You need someone on him around there to prevent him from having that easy direct pass
There needs to
inside.
be a defensive tag.
So is it the winner? Just a quick question. Is
Yeah.
it the winner of the Lions and Richmond that play the winner of the loser of the Lions and Richmond play the winner of the Giants
Yeah.
and Bulldogs?
Yeah. Yeah.
You always get it wrong.
Do Brisbane need a tag? Oh, sorry, Richmond need a tag Lachie Neale.
No,
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. No.
Nick, who you going
Is it
for?
Lions is Lions their tagger?
Lions for the Lions.
Yeah. Jaden Lions.
Jane Lions.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Nick, who you going for? This will be a good game.
Oh.
Let's look at this though. The loser of the Lions and Richmond played Giants or Bulldogs, so they're gonna win. Whoever loses this game will win next week.
I don't know. I'd like to see Bulldogs and Richmond play off at the G. I reckon the Bulldogs have a big chance against Richmond, to be honest. I reckon they match up well a lot against the Tigers if they were to lose.
What do you think the percentage of the Lions making a grand final is?
If they win this week,
You reckon it's a good 80%?
well, if they win this week, they're a 1 in 4 chance. So there's 4 teams left.
Well, yeah.
So which way did you say it was?
So you're gonna have 25%.
Did you say this was the winner?
the winners of the losers of that game.
Losers play
Yeah,
winners.
that's
Yeah.
Nick, who are you going for in this game? Brisbane and the Tigers.
My heart says Brizzy,
Just go with the Lions.
and I'm going to go.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Lions. I reckon they'll win.
Yep.
Up there, I think it's different atmosphere. They'll be
Lions.
pumped. They'll be ready for this.
Absolutely.
Be a nice, warm Saturday night.
100%.
Alright, well there we go guys, that was our podcast for this week. We will next week be doing a review of these games and then also a preview of the 2 semi-finals
Cheers.
as well. Okay, you guys enjoy your weekend of footy. I'm just going to say go Doggies because I want the Doggies. I'm a little
I'm
bit
just going to
salty.
say go Lions.
Lions.
Brisbane Lions. They'll kick the winning
Just finish it
score.
off.
You'll hear a mighty roar.